This is Joy on, and hopefully the third time does work like a charm because we've been having technical difficulties today. And so today I am doing a really quick layout, and I used a paper pumpkin. So I used a paper pumpkin and this fun sketch by Mrs. Carrie. Now this is a 9 by 9 layout, and originally I thought because it has a large photo bank, I wasn't for sure that I could make it work for a 9 by 9 layout. But I remembered I had this paper pumpkin, and so these pictures are taken in, I believe it's Tamarack. I'm not putting a title on it because I'm not for sure where they were at because I wasn't on this particular trip. It is, I'm doing a 9 by 9 album for my daughter's mother-in-law. So anyway, I'll show you the quick thing that I did. So the number one thing is this is made from a paper pumpkin kit. And in this paper pumpkin kit, it was perfect for a 9 by 9, and I will definitely be looking at my paper pumpkin kits in a new light. I have actually made another layout from this very exact paper pumpkin, but this one was so easy. So what I did was I actually have, this is the paper pumpkin that it's from, and I will link that. It's no longer available, but I literally took so this is the card. I placed it down like this, and it measures at 8.5, and so I just had a quarter of an inch go all the way around my layout, and that worked perfectly. Now, Miss Carrie has squares, and I made this bottom one, which also measures at 8.5 inches, because it's actually made for a slim line card. So if you have any die that looks like this, you could do this. If you don't have a die, you could simply cut out your paper and get your hole punch, and it actually probably individual dies would work better, and you could line them up and do it that way. But since I have this handy dandy tool, I'm going to use it. It was from close to my heart, probably the last year. And I also have a square one, and I love this. They did a whole series of slimline die cuts, and I use those a lot of times with my scrapbooking, and it works great, especially if we're working with a 9 by 9. Let me show you what I did. So this was the card front, is what I call them, and this part I used from the envelope bottom. And so you can see that I ran it through like this, and I saved everything. So this one didn't cut all the way through, but hey, I'll just trim that up a little bit, and you can see. And then I just placed my pictures right here. These pictures I cut out basically 2 by 3, and so on this layout that's 9 by 9, I actually have 9 pictures. I was going to put a larger picture. I was going to do a 4 by 6, but this is so pretty. I didn't want to cover it all up. And my title will go right here. It won't be a large title. So when people often ask if I'm going to a 9 by 9, the things that you're going to do is you are probably, when I go smaller, I don't usually mount my pictures. I usually use a smaller title, maybe even a stamped title or a sticker title, and of course my pictures are smaller. So I wanted to show a little bit of this because it is so beautiful. So let me show you. So Miss Carrie, she has this strip up at the top, and it kind of all blended in because this is Misty Moonlight, and then these are all like lagoons and Misty Moonlights, and I'm not for sure what the other color is, but they're all kind of monochromatic. So I thought, well, it's kind of woodsy, I'll just go ahead and do that. So I looked on the back, and they said pecan pie. Even though pecan pie isn't in this, I went ahead and used it. So I made this strip, and I'll show it to you, and I'm actually going to show you how to do that today. I know a lot of you already know how to do this, but it bears repeating. So this is just at a 1/2 inch of the top. And I think it just kind of framed it. It kind of brought it in, and I liked it. So, and I didn't know what else to do because I really think with her layout, I do try to stay very true to the layouts. So I don't obviously have enough room to put the title here. So the title's going to have to go here. So I might have to scoot the trees over right here. I just don't know if they're at Tamarack. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably put the title here. So I'm just going to loosely glue that one down. So let me show you how I did this. So you just get, this is pecan pie. I wanted the darker. I think it really makes a difference on this particular layout that you need to use the darker. So I am going to get, you can have any scoreboard, and I set it aside so I could show you, and of course now I can't find it. Goodness gracious me alive. Oh, here it is. I set it over here, but probably my score, I probably lost my scoring tool. I have a light scoring tool, but I'm just going to grab anything that I can find. So I'm putting my light side is up, my any kind of things that you're going to crease it. This is going to really tear. The reason I don't usually use these embossing pencils is it's usually a little much. And you'll notice that I am not, I'm not even concerned that I'm not in the lines. So my bumpy side is up. And I will take my, just any kind of protective mat, I forget what these mats are called, and then I'm going to take my small ink, and this is what I use for my ink. They are getting the magnet free inkers. I am a demonstrator for Stampin' Up, and so tonight I can actually order the new magnetic stamp pads. I'm going to order those, and I will maybe even show you. Most of you that you know me, a lot of you were close to my heart, so you are well aware of what those are like. So see how that just gives it a really nice, and then that way you can do. I usually use colors that are close. So this is pecan pie, and this I'm streaking it with espresso. But you could have done the lagoon and the misty meadow, but we had so much of that color already. So I'm going to cut this at 8.5, and I'm just going to do my scissors to do that. And then I'm going to glue at the top, and we will be done with this layout. This layout only took me an hour. Those of you who know me know that I'm extremely slow. But this was just, it was just like a stroke of genius. I just loved it. And I did, on this picture, I'm matting them with white because, like I said, it's so monochromatic, and my pictures are very, when I saw this card kit, it meant, those of you who are from this area know, it matches McCall perfectly. I mean, McCall, Tamarack, all those places, the water in this paper pack, this card kit are very similar. So I'm just going to tack that down. I'm leaving this up a little bit because I'm going to slip my pictures in. So, and I do have my pictures all in place on this one. So then I'm going to put it like this, and I have a 1/2 inch going all the way around. I'm kind of eyeballing it, not being super particular. And I will, and this is just a card, so I will definitely, I need to go back through and see what other, so if you are a 9x9 scrapbooker, Paper Pumpkin is your friend. And because I am not a big card maker, so I do love the Paper Pumpkin subscriptions because you get every time there's usually a different color, so I collect the little color spots, and so I like that. But the other reason is because my daughter, she's not a card maker. She will take the pack and finish them. So if I don't think it's something I can scrapbook, I give it to her. I'm going to glue this down like it were a photo holder, because and then I'll shove it back up so that you can see again. My dog is barking, so I'm going to make this super short. So you can see this was a really quick, I didn't even have, I don't, except for cutting this, I don't think I made any cuts. So people are coming in, so anyway, I hope you will like and subscribe. Thank you, Miss Carrie, for making this beautiful layout. I am now on day 16. Actually, I did day 17 yesterday, so I will be starting on day 18, which means I am only 5 days behind. I think I'm going to catch up, and that will be a glorious event. Um, if you have a comment, just go ahead and comment, and talk to you later. Thanks so much.